If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
You've reached Goblin Ogre.
And that's recording?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We live at Rivals.
Are you enjoying the reggae music?
Yeah, it's making me...
Calypso and stuff like that?
I like it. Oh, I like that they changed... there's a new name instead of STD on the Big Buck Hunter. Now there's HPV.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think it's STD that defeated his own score?
Only HPV can get defeated by STD. Yes.
Well,
there's a ranking system in this.
I think that is the natural replacement.
Is HPV an STD officially?
Yeah. You're not bothering any. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes, thank you for asking, but no, you're good.
I brought my glasses.
Thank you, Crystal. We appreciate you.
Oh, what? I keep forgetting the sunglasses rule. I do think we should change our podcast to the Sunglass Boys.
Sunglass Boys?
Yeah, I think it's cool. Sunglass Boys.
You guys got something with Goblin Ogre because, well, Lee's, it's going to soon be Ogre and Ogre. When Lee gets fat enough, you're just two ogres hanging out.
Yeah.
Go Ogre and Ogre sounds better. Yeah, I kind of like it.
I would like Ogre and Ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since you guys repeat the same stories, Ogre and Ogre.
Yeah, we call the podcast over and over, and we just redo the same podcast every time and see how many times they listen. Oh, you want to hear something funny? There was these guys like hanging out, very nice guys, hanging out here drinking, and I said, "Hey, if it doesn't bother you, we're gonna do a podcast here." But they weren't even playing pool, so I said, "You guys can stay. I don't care, but just as long as it's okay with you." And they're like, "Oh no, it's cool. But what's your podcast? We'll check it out." And I gave them the name, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you get like a good amount of listeners or whatever." And then I'm like, "We're growing." And he goes, "Oh, so like 1,000?" And I go, "Yeah."
When I came here, I heard noises down here, so I came down, and the one guy from a distance, I thought it was the shark.
Oh yeah. He had that deep, stupid, weird voice.
Or maybe not the shark. I don't know. One of Lee's buddies.
Oh yeah, no. It has to be Prescott because he doesn't look
Prescott.
anything like Shark yet, but he does he could kind of pull off a Prescott-y look. So on our last podcast, to recap, we had Neil, the Nutman, that's right, on to discuss the Great Canadian Comedy Festival and whether it's a scam or not, which he says vehemently it is not a scam. Lee, how did you end up feeling about Neil? He scammed me, by the way.
Oh yeah, they take your $25?
No, he said he was going to come to a show I was on and just never showed up.
So scammed your trust.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to believe that it's both legit and a scam.
Yeah.
Because either or, I didn't pay for his stupid festival.
Well, he's trying to run comedy like a business.
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
There's no money to be made.
You don't run this like a business.
Right.
You run it like you're trying to get invited to a cool party.
Yeah. I look at comedy and I know, people make, but even the people who make money, somewhat, have even our best comics in this city, the ones who stayed, they work day jobs.
Yeah.
So this is not a business. This is one of the most popular hobbies in the city.
I think Neil's doing this. I swear to God, I think he's just doing this to get women.
He said it. He said it on the podcast.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
I should have realized this myself, just knowing what I know of him.
Yeah.
But I think he does look at this like, because all right, so his nut business is failing.
Sure.
Apparently, even though it's
Apparently, he
worth
stole
millions of
those
dollars.
things. Yeah.
It's worth millions. But he wants to get into the world of like the shaky, almost like you can't figure it out. You can't anticipate it. World of comedy and producing it.
Yeah.
But what there is, if we've learned anything that comes with producing shows, there's a lot of desperate people, and some of these people are women. And I think Neil sees that, and he wants to bank on those opportunities.
Well, do you think you should try to be more popular in the comedy world?
Yeah.
And in lieu of going to shows constantly, you just run a festival or run a good show.
Neil
That
is
does
a
it.
sexual predator.
I might have to bleep that out just because I like the guy.
I like him a lot
because-
too. Not because of his comedy or his business,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
because he is a sexual predator.
He's the least scary predator I've ever seen.
All right.
That's like calling my house cat a predator.
Yeah.
That I feel like I could pet Neil. Like if I was an evil genius,
Yeah.
I would turn around in my chair and Neil would be in my lap and I'd be petting
Like a
him.
little mini me type Neil. A little mini Neil would look kind of.
Some of my highlights from the whole Neil thing were he posted that picture that Dana made for him,
Yeah.
and then there was a comic that was like, I forget, what was his fucking problem? He was like, he's like, why is that guy white? Why is your picture you white?
Yeah.
And the picture was of a white full head of hair, mustachioed guy.
Like a handsome
And
cartoon, yeah.
And the comic's problem was that it was white, and I was like, Neil's also 5'1". He has no hair and no mustache.
Yeah.
Why is your
Why are you
problem that
nitpicking?
he's white in the picture? It's obviously not a cartoon of Neil whatsoever.
If you've never watched the video and you're listening to this right now, Neil looks like you remember Hans Moleman in The
Yes.
Simpsons? That's what Neil looks like. Oh,
That's a great.
That's a great
Actual
accurate
comparison.
It's not even. It's more accurate than it is funny. And I'm not saying it's not funny, but it's just so. If you see him, that's exactly what's except for Hans Moleman.
I saw that comment that Fergus is referring to, and what's great about it is he's like, "Why are you white?" And Jacob Silva like replies to that comment, and he goes like, "He's trying to get away from the fraudulent accusations. That's why."
That also pushes a lack of understanding of brown people. They like looking as white as possible.
Sure.
That's like a positive. This is how it was
You should
explained.
tell that to the
me.
Muslims that live in my building.
Well, I'm not saying
They don't look white whatsoever, man.
I just mean skin color wise, not culturally. They want to be culturally still what they are, but they love the white skin. They love the white skin. That's why if you watch a lot of Bollywood, the most famous actors and actresses, because their idea of beauty are like the more light skinned ones. So Neil, this guy is being racist by not understanding Neil's culture.
For sure.
That's very racist. Whoever that person is, we'll call them out. We'll retweet it and tell them this is a racist comment.
I believe the comedian that I saw say that I know his name.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
pretty sure I know who it is.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, should we say it at the same time?
I can decide to bleep it out later, depending on how
All right,
we feel. So
three.
just say it.
It's fucking
3, 2, 1. Sebastian
Fazio.
Fazio.
Oh yeah.
And I just didn't want to say it because I
I
brought
don't
him
think I
up.
ever met that guy in person.
I met him. He's a fine guy.
Yeah, he was nice to me.
He's he's like he's a bit of a dork, and it's okay because that's his lane. He likes to be a bit of a dork.
So maybe that was more just autism. Like he's just like, why are you white in this picture?
I think he was trying to be funny, and it was funny.
Okay,
It
well
was
then
funny.
there
It
you go.
was funny.
It was funny, but then also because I was like, that's like if I was to name 3 things that were wrong with the picture, it being white was like the least of my. It was a thin white guy with a mustache and a full head of hair. The white would have been the last thing I brought up. I'd be like, why are you pretending to be taller? Why are you pretending to have a full head of hair?
Why are you
Why are
looking
you
like
wearing
Pedro Pascal or
Why are you
what's
wearing
that
a
guy's name?
suit? Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
They got a cartoon version of him.
I like to
So
think
like
I
Neil.
look pretty Pedro Pascal-y.
No.
I don't know, I'm a handsome brown guy.
You're not-
Okay, yeah.
You're not Pedro Pascal at all.
Who's my doppelganger?
Who's your
though?
doppelganger?
Outside of me and Pedro Pascal looking exactly alike.
Bill Dauterive?
Who? Bill Dauterive.
I'm just being mean. It's the guy from King of the Hill that always wears a shirt. I look more like him.
Yeah. If I shaved you up, you
No, didn't you used to say you look like somebody, and we used to have it down pat? You
no.
look
Well,
like-
people used to tell me I look like Post Malone.
Oh yeah, you look like Post Malone.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
I had a couple of girls come up to me. They'd be like, "You look like Post Malone,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why'd you just come up and be mean to me?
Can we put-
That's so rude?" But Post Malone, okay,
He's
have you
not
guys
bad
listened to
looking
his
guy.
new shit? Post Malone is now just doing country music.
yeah.
White people have won him back.
Yeah, and
Whatever we're doing something right because we won Post Malone back. He's back to being white.
Ed-
The face tattoos and the cornrows, he was getting pretty black. Now
Yeah.
he's back
Black
being white.
Americans hate Post Malone. Like online, they
Posty?
hate him
Posty
because
rocks, kind of.
this is what?
Posty kind of rocks.
No. Look, I'm not.
Outside, I don't even listen to his music. He drinks beer and smokes cigarettes constantly.
That is cool.
He's fucking awesome, dude.
That's inarguably cool. But this is, and I'm not being.
You do look like Post Malone.
He does. The more you think about it, he looks a lot. I think Post Malone is a ginger. I think that's the only difference, really. But like, there's something about the facial and the way your beard comes out. It's like very similar to Post Malone. I want to put you in cornrows.
And
I-
face
oh, no,
tattoos.
Dude, yeah.
I used to, when I lived in Rexdale, I used to buy weed off of Nitish Sakuja hooked me up with this guy.
Yeah.
His name was Smoothie.
Smoothie?
I put a
Smoothie or
smoothie
smoothie?
in my
Oh.
phone, but it was Smoothie.
And?
He got in my car like the second or third time, like after I got a little comfortable with talking to him.
Smoothie?
And he had just got cornrows put in. And he got in, and I was just trying to it was still, weed was illegal, so I'm just trying to make some small talk with this guy.
Yeah.
And he got in, and I'm like, "Oh, yo, your cornrows look sick." And I was like, "I wish I could do that." And I had long hair at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And
You
he's
can.
like, "You totally can." I'm like, because this is just a social justice show. So
Oh,
I was like,
okay, yeah.
No,
No,
I cannot
Yeah,
just have cornrows.
You didn't. He meant physically. It's technically possible.
No, he
to
was
give you-
cool with me having cornrows
Oh,
because
yeah.
what I wasn't, because I was just
He's just one of the
breaking
guys.
into comedy at the time
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah,
so
no,
I was under the impression I could not do it because I would get in trouble. But this dude living in Rexdale was like, "Yeah, you can have
I
cornrows."
think you
He's
look
like,
pretty.
my sister
I think you
will
look
do-
pretty sweet in cornrows.
Yeah, I do think you would.
I
You
think
know who
I-
got cornrows in high school? Prescott. Our number one fan. He grew an afro out, and then for prom, he
had
thought
an
he was
afro?
black. He thought it was
So-
part of the Baby Blue sound crew.
Baby blue
He
sound
thought he was.
group,
Yeah.
Prescott.
He ruled.
So this confirms a suspicion I had about Prescott that I could never confirm because since I met him, he dressed pretty like regular. Like he
Yeah.
didn't have he didn't head in one direction. He doesn't head in one direction
He
stylistically.
dressed like a bum, dude.
So
He's such a homeless man.
well now.
Yeah.
But my assumption, I don't know why, I used to look at his fucking face, is that Prescott was a wigger at some time.
1,000%.
I knew it.
Yes.
I don't know how I
He
know
would
it.
put Alex DeWitt to shame with his wiggerdom. Like if he only knew how wiggery. Yeah.
I think I've told this to Alex DeWitt's face before. I never understood the conversation on Alex DeWitt being a wigger. I understand maybe mentally he loves anything black. I get, maybe.
Yeah.
But I never
anything not him. Yeah.
Yes, because that's the thing, is that when I knew wiggers in high school, they were actually they had a certain amount of flavor and spice to them. Alex DeWitt is the whitest guy. I think he's as white as Ian, and Ian's not trying to not be white.
Ian who?
Fergus.
Gordon?
Yes, Gordon. Yes, Ian Gordon. No, Ian. Oh, what was the other Ian? Doesn't matter. Ian Fergus.
What was the other Ian?
This is why I'm a big fan of Ian Fergus. Is because Ian Fergus is unapologetically a small town white guy.
Yeah.
He's all farmy, and
What else was I supposed to do when I got here?
you don't wear sunglasses like that and not be unapologetic.
Well,
That's the
also,
whitest.
That is the whitest,
whitest
fashion
To be fair,
of
the white
eyeglass wear.
farm boy was an underrepresented
when you started comedy.
minority in the Toronto stand-up community.
Yes, I agree. I agree, and that's why I liked you, because you weren't like pretending to be, something you're not. And I just never. There's a couple guys that were like, I was always considered a wigger or whatever. I'm like, you can't talk to me like this. Hey, I was a wigger, and like, you don't sound like it to me. You're not
There's
trying.
people who grew up in the suburbs. Like he doesn't come around, but Rick Rowley grew up in like the suburbs, and he had like a small town Canadian accent.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, bud.
To be fair, I think his
Where
town
is
was
he?
smaller than mine, but I grew up outside town. I was in the outskirts.
Right. What happened to him?
Oh, he died. He's dead.
That's close. He just got married.
Oh,
Rick Rowley just got married. Yeah.
He just recently got married. Yeah, go get your drink. Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, I haven't done a spit take in a while.
You know what's so funny? I can't imagine. It's not him. Any white dude like that, I can't imagine him. I'm sure there's a lot who do get married, but I can't imagine him being like saying "I love you" at a wedding ceremony. That's what weirds me out. You ever think about that? Like you see
Hey,
your
babe,
fucking.
from the moment I met you, bud, I
bud?
couldn't get enough of you. I want to spend the rest of my 2-4 with you.
That's what I mean. And I know what I'm saying now. It's hard for me to picture a white trash telling each other "I love you."
Yeah,
you know?
and
he was a great guy. Rick Rowley was a great guy.
But you know when white trash tells you they love you, they mean it.
mean-
They fucking mean it. Dude.
That's why you love them.
They'll go to war for Every time a white chick has told me she's in love with me,
You're like, she really means this.
She means, and it
means
makes me
it.
love her more.
Yeah. Whereas your people,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of show.
We say I love you to everyone.
Yeah, you don't mean it.
Have you ever been with a Hispanic woman?
Never.
Never?
Sexually.
He
once.
told me he fucked one of his cousins.
Hey, that's it. That was a secret, Holmes.
That's how you become a man at 12.
You understand? It was her quinceañera. She looked good.
No, but I did make out with one of my cousins.
Oh, did he? Was he good?
No, that was my uncle.
Come kiss me.
No, I was 14. I was in Peru.
Oh, yeah?
I do want to bring up that I have, since I sent you guys that, the fake Layla Fernandez.
That's old news,
that was
dude.
great.
No, but
That was old because I saw
I
that
sent it
years
to you
ago.
guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I sent it to you guys, and then it's popped up like 6
It's getting
different times
repopular.
on my
We should
Facebook.
repopularize it. We should make it popular again. That made me laugh so fucking hard. I think I was at a funeral when I saw
I
that, and
forget
I was just
who
there
initially
like,
sent it to
giggling.
me. At first, it was on Facebook,
Yeah.
but somehow on Facebook that took that gained some traction.
We can only hope.
Oh.
That
Did she likes it? She
falls
thinks it's
so
funny?
far from grace.
I don't know if she's seen
Oh,
it.
you don't know if
I don't know
she's
if she's
seen
seen
it.
it.
You gotta ask her.
One day.
No, you don't have to like show her that, but I want to know. Can you please? This is a very appropriate thing you could ask your niece. Is have you seen fake stories about you, and do you think they're funny or is it annoying? That's the
Okay.
question. That's an easy question, I think.
What are the chances she responds to these?
Yeah, she'll be like, who's this?
I'm telling you,
I think I might have a better chance of getting a response on Instagram from his niece than he does.
You know what? Let's put that to the test. Let's both message her right now.
Well, my
and
buddy-
see who gets a response first.
A guy in my fantasy hockey pool works for Tennis Canada, and I think I could get her real number before you could.
by the way, I'm hoping someone who's listening to this realized what Lee did and what a fucking piece of shit uncle racist he is. He's more connected to the motherland than her. And when he did an impression of his Canadian-born niece, he did a Mexican accent. Why? Hey, niece. Hey, Uncle Lee.
¿cómo estás? Long time no see.
What the fuck would she sound like?
Just playing tennis.
You know what that reminds me of? Is I saw a porn once where it
With
was
your niece in it?
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah. Well, it was somebody's niece because it was a mom and her sister fucking one of their daughters. It was like it was an incesty thing.
You're a fucking freak, dude.
You're a goddamn weirdo, dude.
Oh, I'll send you the link. But yes, you're right. It was great. But the thing that I couldn't stop making
You
me
need
laugh.
a job.
I know. This is what I've busied myself. It's been 5 days, and I've busied myself with.
Now you're watching 3-way lesbian fucks that are incest.
I'm telling you,
gangbang incest porn. God damn, that's pretty hardcore, dude.
if the internet is listening, that's my algorithm. Please send me more. There's nothing more on brand. But what made me laugh so hard is that
I guess technically I've committed incest with that making out with the cousin.
Oh, I
thing.
want to hear this. I want to sorry. But sorry. I'll just quickly
you go on.
say.
I just wanted to throw that in there.
What made? I feel like you're dodging it. I have more questions. What made me laugh so hard is the mom, and they were Asians. They were all Asians, but the mom.
So you don't know if they were related.
That's I get that. That's funny.
It's actually racist of you to
Yeah,
assume they're
yeah,
related, dude.
Oh, my Asian incest porn is the best.
Yeah, that's true. Any Asian porn, I go, I can't believe this brother and sister are fucking. It doesn't matter if it's any Asian. No, the mom in the porn or whatever, she had a full American accent, and her daughter had because she was actually from Asia, had the thickest accent ever.
Well, I've
Made no
thought about
sense.
doing that. That I've pictured
Porn?
No.
Oh.
I pictured adopting a child
Sure,
from Africa,
sure.
and then I move to
But a white South African
I
just to
moved to
confuse me.
Japan
Oh,
for the first 10 years of their life,
just to throw them off and let them have
and
a
then I moved back to Canada.
Japanese black kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they exist. That's one thing the algorithm thinks I want to see is I get sent a lot of interviews where a Japanese person interviews a black person in Japan and asks them, what is it like being black in Japan? I get that on my...
You need a job.
Anyway,
Have you been looking?
We can't skip... no, not yet. No. What do you think EI is there for? By logic, I think it's very wrong that we are you looking? EI, I've paid into EI for the last 11 years straight. You pay into it. Mm-hmm. And yet, now that I'm jobless, because I've been laid off,
Yeah.
people will think it's weird to go on
money
EI.
is gone. Now me and Lee have to work to keep hobos like you afloat.
We can't get
Do you
past
know how much of my fucking paycheck goes towards your Baconators every week, you fuck?
First of all,
Is the Baconator back?
I don't think it ever
Baconator's
left.
never left.
It's never left. That was a promotional limited item that actually stuck around,
And it's
most
not
don't stick around.
bad.
It's not bad. I think
hear
it's gonna be
complaints
worse.
that it's not bacon-y enough. There's not enough bacon in it. There's like 4 strips.
Fat Lee is like, I hear complaints. It's him.
Shit.
Fat Lee's like, this isn't bacony enough. Also, I'm in love in Coburg.
Word through the grapevine.
No, tell. We can't skip past it. How did you end up kissing your cousin in Peru?
Not kissing.
Making out. Yeah.
Oh, so you mean he meant it was arousing? Yeah.
No, he held her butt while he did it.
It was sensational. Essential. Sensual.
It was sectional.
Sensational.
I only fucked her top half, so it's not incest. It was sectional.
I was in Peru, and at that time,
Everything
this,
goes-
This is what I think.
There was
happened.
only one girl in town. The donkey had left, so I knew when to kiss.
The donkey ran away.
El burro ran away.
After 2 days of tracking, we gave up.
Okay. All right. So you're in Peru.
Yeah.
You're in your head. You're like, it's below the equator.
Yeah,
Anything
you just
counts.
asked your uncle if he knew where gay men were.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that didn't work.
That didn't work.
All that was left was family.
Oh, wait. I can piece this. Yeah, his uncle was afraid he was gay, so he's like, I gotta find a girl quick. I don't care if he fucks a cousin.
I ain't gay. Where's your daughter?
Okay, so you're in Peru. You had gone to McDonald's. You're back. Now you're hanging out with the family. What happens?
I think this stems from my first when I first got to Peru. It was early in the morning. All my
That's how they welcome you to the country.
they fuck you.
Here's your cousin.
They
Kiss her.
suck your dick. Yeah.
I was gonna realize I'm like that makes it worse. He's going. I was thinking in my head, well, at least maybe he's been there for a couple of weeks. But he's like that guy who shows up in jail day one and is like, well, I guess I got to be gay now.
Yeah, I got to prove I'm the
Hey,
strongest in
doesn't
the
seem that
family.
bad.
I guess my cousin.
Yeah. So okay, you
When
were
in
there.
Peru, yeah.
Okay, so you get to Peru.
Yeah.
You're chilling. What happens?
It's early in the morning when our flight landed, so it's
You're disoriented.
I was jet lagged. I was like, who's my cousin? Who's not? I don't know. All I know is I need pussy.
I'm too tired to think.
And how old are you?
14.
14 years older than her.
She said you. So who's this little lady?
All right, you're about to go to high school or just started, and
Yeah.
you're in Peru.
And I decided to go get a bag of chips from the store. Somebody told, this is a convenience store. They
Yeah,
sell all this
tortillas.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to go get some chips, and on my way there, there's some a couple of
Kissin
ladies.
It says the Fernandez fuck booth, and he's like,
At the end of your driveway, there's
Yeah,
a kissing booth.
They're selling gum and kisses.
Chicle kisses.
Chicle and kisses.
you freak. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you're heading down to go get some chips.
And there's a bunch of girls on like a stoop just hanging out.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of them. It's my first time in the country.
Yeah.
And they all see me.
Wait, was it bad luck you had?
No, it was the best of luck.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Depends on your perspective.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I could see like they're all like they see me, they have the head thing looking at me, and then they all start talking. So what I learned later is that everybody knows each other in the neighborhood.
So they're wondering.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
Did he just move here? So I get my chips, and as I'm coming back to like my grandma's place, I have to walk past them again. And again, they see me, stare, and start laughing. So I'm like, I don't know what that's all
Like,
about.
watch, we make this fucking loser kiss his cousin.
I get back to my grandma's within.
Look at this big gummed bastard.
In 10 years, he'll be fat.
He looks
24.
He looks like a
20
late.
years. Yeah.
He looks like a late 30s fat. You know what I mean?
Hey, I know what you mean. But I get back to the house.
That's not what Peruvians sound like. But all right.
I get back to the house and I'm just sitting there. 20 minutes or so go by, and then two of the girls that were on the stoop walk in.
Yeah.
And they see me sitting there. And they're like wide-eyed, like, what is this?
Yeah,
They're like, oh, this is your cousin, your primo, like from Canada. And then they both start fucking howling of laughter. And I only found out what it was later. They go like, oh yeah, like we thought you were cute and we didn't know who you were. So that's how it started.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ian, I don't know if where you were on this story, but I assumed he was going to
They've laughed at him twice, and then they're like, "Oh no, we thought he was cute." They're lying to his stupid face.
He's an ugly piece of shit at 14.
I'll show you what I look like at 14. I look juicy.
Oh yeah.
Skinnier than I am now.
Show me butt first. No, I don't know if audience following or Ian, but in my head, I was already giving you the out of you kissed a girl, later found out she was your cousin.
No, he first
I
found
fully
out
knew.
it was his cousin.
I fully knew.
All right.
Hey, have you,
And then, like, while I
you
was
made
there-
out with a girl before this?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh shit! At that time,
At least 2.
a handful.
A handful. Okay, all right.
No, not how big her boobs were.
Not even as big as a nipple.
14.
So that actually makes it less
Yeah.
excusable too that he's made out with.
That's what I'm saying.
He's made out with chicks that weren't his cousin
'Cause he's
Then
not
he found
desperate.
out this girl was his cousin. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Ooh.
But she was a distant one. She was like my dad's cousin's distant cousin daughter, and they all lived in the same neighborhood. So it wasn't that bad. Technically, it's cousin.
yeah, but
it's
your dad's
it's
cousin
not
was
as hot.
Your
as
dad's
incest.
cousin was also his brother.
They're just so dumb they don't know how to identify each other family-wise.
No, he's saying your whole family is incestuous.
And that makes a very good tennis star eventually.
So much incest.
A bunch of incest makes a great backhand.
Yeah, it's that retard strength. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, so a couple like weeks from that, I got really drunk, and
All right.
we made out. It wasn't even
Okay,
that
well,
big,
no,
but
no,
we,
no,
but we
no,
didn't
no.
do anything
Slow down,
after that.
slow
We
down.
were kind of
Okay.
embarrassed by it afterwards.
So, are you at a family party, or it's just not a party?
It
but
was like a
you
mix.
guys-
It was a family party that started at my grandma's place.
Uh-huh.
But then the neighborhood in itself kind of housed a lot of my family members. So we ended up at her place with a few other people, and in a little dark corner, we kind of made out. Yeah, that was it.
But why?
We just did.
Why?
Again, I was drunk. And the key thing that keeps me remembering this
You know
is
he was
that I made out with my cousin.
He was just about to say it, and then he just edited himself. He goes, "Remember, I was drunk, and she was hot." He was like,
She was.
Is she still?
"No, I mean,
I don't know.
She's 38 now."
Oh yeah, she's expired.
She has 8 little kids.
Two of them are mine.
the first twins look a lot like Lee.
Yeah, her kids are just like little skinny goblins trying to find a fucking Hispanic ogre.
With fat little future bellies.
Yeah, no, it's that was it. And then afterwards,
So-
I think we felt weird about it and just never even really.
You think
talked
you felt
about
weird about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even.
Yeah, no, he's not sure.
You're not committing to feeling weird about it.
No, now I've gotten over it. I'm like, grow up, dude.
Now I know why Lee only dates white girls. He's afraid he's gonna be into his cousins again. Like, it'll be a slam. He'll date like a fucking Ecuadorian girl, and then he'll remember how much he likes Spanish girls, and then eventually he'll be like, well, the best women I know
Are my cousins?
are my cousins. Tell the truth. Okay, tell the truth. You said it got weird after. But if she was all in, and I don't want to fucking lie, I'll believe you if you say it from now on.
Mm-hmm.
If she was all in the next day or something of like continuing this, would 14-year-old Lee have continued?
No, it was the drunken confidence, I don't care feeling. The next day feeling of, I still have to be in this country and see her again, because we did get along before that, like just talking.
Okay, what
but
about
after it happened? I just didn't have the maturity.
What about today?
To wanna
If she
fuck my
showed up,
cousin.
if she showed up to Goblin and Ogre recording,
Right.
and then she was like, "You're so funny. Ian and Sanker are gay and suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Which
want
is,
to
you know.
fuck you."
Yep.
Would you?
No.
I don't believe him at all. I don't. There's
okay.
something unbelievable about his like way he's answering and the way the story
Okay,
was.
no. Oh, she has a girl. Okay, your girlfend's dead.
Yeah, yeah.
She's dead.
I killed her, right?
She's just
Yeah,
died.
that's only a match.
To fuck my cousin.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way I can do this is your girl.
You understand? I have to stick it in Esperanza.
Oh, I was about to say her name.
Don't worry, I'll bleep it.
No.
What's the closest to a family member you've ever kissed? Have you ever kissed your dad?
No.
He has. They're Arab.
Have you ever put your lips in your dad? Have you ever put your lips in your dad's lips?
Happy Diwali, by the way. We're
Is it Diwali?
Yeah.
On Halloween?
it's Diwali.
Diwali's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
sick. I like Diwali.
Doesn't sound bad, but like, why
No,
on Halloween?
I lived in
It's just-
Rexdale the first time I had it, and I was like driving through a neighborhood, and a guy like holding a water bottle kept trying to stop me, and I thought it was just an Indian guy bugging me to buy a water bottle, and I was like, no. And I like kept like with my window up, I was like, nah, get out of here.
Ian has absolutely made out with a cousin. I know.
No,
he has.
dude, my
he absolutely
cousins
has an orange.
actually- I've never made out with a cousin, and if I were to
He's
make
gonna
out with a cousin,
sister. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
it would be
cousin, not close enough. Yeah.
it would be
I've
a
seen
tough
pictures of his sister.
choice because my cousins are all. I got like 2 girl cousins, and they're both kind of gross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't even have a hot cousin, man.
Well,
My guy cousins are
they
actually.
do.
I got some hunky guy cousins.
Yeah, I bet you do. The guy.
We got a lot of guy
friends.
cousins. I got 2 girl cousins, and both of them I'm not.
Just 2. Not
Just
even
2.
distant ones like mine. Like
He keeps saying distant. I think he means he lives in Toronto and they live in they live in Lima.
Well, I don't know. Any distant cousins I got are in Scotland, and Scottish women
Are not pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gross.
yeah.
So
So
I've hooked up with Hispanic people. That's more entertaining to me.
that's true. One of them worked here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Now I got a Greek bitch, and she's that's foreign enough for me.
Yeah, the Hispanics of Europe.
is it
Besides
true what they
Spain.
say about the Greeks?
What do they say with the Greeks?
Her brothers fuck each other.
No, like something about like taking it in the ass. Like the Greeks
Oh.
invented like anal.
No, that's gay.
That's a gay thing. That goes
So
back to the gay.
Greeks invented
It's not
being
the women. It's not the women.
Greek women don't do that.
No, like, isn't there that thing where Greeks like practice a lot of butt sex?
That's for gay. That's they wrestle.
Okay, well-
Greco-Roman wrestling was
You could only
butt
win
sex.
if you fuck them in the ass.
Let's assume you haven't done anything like that with her. Let's just assume just to be nice
I
to
haven't
her.
fucked my girlfriend in the butt.
Okay, I was gonna ask, but I didn't want. If the answer was yes, I would have felt bad.
No, well,
No.
I don't want her
Okay.
farting all around the apartment. I live with her. I can't have butt sex with her, man.
Why does it smell like tzatziki in here? Fucking.
You can't butt fuck a person you live with. That's where I think that's the only. I'm all for gay marriage, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna get married, you guys can't butt fuck and live together. That's crazy.
You're gonna be cocksuckers.
Yeah,
only?
cocksucking only.
This is a cocksucking. So the closest I've come, but I actually dated her for a bit, is not cousin, but she is related to me.
What the fuck's wrong with you two?
Wait, it's not that bad.
It's not our fault we get laid.
It's not her fault that we're related to hot brown women. And you're related to ugly white women.
You're related to ghouls.
Lee's on his phone the whole fucking episode on 23andMe trying to find his next date.
It's Tinder. 23andMe, or as I call it, Tinder.
Lee's girlfriend just stopped checking for dating apps, but she doesn't stop checking for 23andMe to see if he's cheating on her.
No, so the closest I came is I was at this party. It was my aunt's birthday. Now I say aunt's, but it's my dad's like first
Sister.
Twin sister.
Why is that worse?
So much worse.
The fuck your dad's twin sister's kid?
Looks just like your dad.
Why did I say kid? I mean adult niece or whatever. No, my dad's like either first or second cousin. I can't remember. But we're at her birthday and it's at a hall. And like we're all hanging out or whatever, and me and my brother meet these 2 girls who are like their cousins or whatever, and they were cute and we were talking or whatever, and then I go to my uncle and I'm like,
Can I hit that?
that is what I asked in a nicer way, but yeah, that's what I asked. I go, are we related to these girls or whatever?
I'm legitimately telling you the truth when I say at that time, thinking, and it only has to do with immaturity. Thinking about, I kissed technically my cousin. That's weird.
Yeah.
And like the shame,
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
immaturity. I sort of got 21-year-old me, 22-year-old me,
Oh, slightly older, you would have cared.
older, hornier me.
You wouldn't have cared.
Not a kid.
This is why racism
But now,
exists.
but now
you two
I would have
fucking-
regretted it. That's how it works. First, you're too embarrassed and too like immature to like go for it. Then you're too like gross and horny to do it, and then you grow up and you're like,
You're
nah, I
right.
regret it.
You're right.
It's gonna go through
This
that
is why
cycle.
I hope Donald Trump wins so we get rid of you kind of people. North
No,
America.
I want
I'm-
Donald Trump to win too, but
I'm in agreement.
Yeah, so you can go, so we can get deported back home to
so I can have
Kissin
all that
land.
sweet loving.
Look,
Fuck yeah, I'm here.
I'm not. I'm not saying I would do
He
it.
gets deported. He's like,
You fuck me.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. No, I'm not saying I'm in agreement with Lee, but I do think prime cousin fucking time is probably 19 to 23 or something like that. Yeah. That's when you're at your worst.
Why am I called a fucking hick?
I think like
when these
14,
two are
I think
deciding
14
when cousin kissing time's okay.
I think 14 is like, oh my God, I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. The fear of getting in
21,
trouble
22,
goes
you're
away.
just like,
yeah.
I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
I know-
exactly.
yeah.
Maybe I'm just missing out that I got unkissable cousins.
That's
on my
right.
side.
Yeah.
My girl cousins are just kind of like
fucking ugly.
icky. But that's Scottish women for you too. I don't dig Scottish women.
So, I'm assuming there's some hot ones, but not. Yeah. So no, look. So it's my.
Well, the accent's disgusting.
Yeah. Arr. I mean, I'm a pirate.
Give me a dick.
Yeah.
Sound like groundskeeper Willie.
Fuck me. Yeah. Fuck me. Fuck my puss. So
Take your kilt off and fuck me.
take your kilt off. Take my pants off. Gay Scottish people. I'm talking to this girl and I go to my uncle. I'm like, hey, me and Matthew, are we related to these girls? And my uncle's actual answer is, look, this is what it's like in Guyana. Just keep going and you'll find out later.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, but then I end up finding out. I end up dating the girl for like maybe
2 years.
3 months ish, and she was her uncle, her dad's brother.
Her uncle was my brother.
Her dad's brother is my dad. No. Her dad's brother married into my dad's family. So we're not blood related at all.
Trump 2024.
Our families
man.
married
Trump,
each other.
Trump forever. Yeah. You gotta get rid of these
They're not
people,
worried
man.
about my type of browns. I was listening to an interview with JD Vance today, and they don't talk about my type of browns, only his type of browns.
Oh yeah.
The pure
our browns.
Get rid of you.
Yeah.
We'll get you people.
Yeah,
Dude, our type of browns are out of control right now.
Yeah.
They're
over here, yeah.
Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans.
But Puerto Ricans are
They're
Americans.
up to no good.
Did you guys see the full Tony Hinchcliffe thing?
No, the full thing. But I saw the joke that they're upset by.
No, there was a bunch of jokes, but some of them
The
sucked.
floating garbage one, I think, is the one that they got.
Well, people say it's a
particularly-
poorly written joke. It's a finely written.
It's a good joke.
It's
It's a
okay.
damn
Okay.
good joke.
I didn't-
But picking it for a
rally?
presidential candidate that you like
Trying to support.
is who's also been accused of
being a
maybe,
racist.
maybe not loving Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they need to lean into that because if the joke is funny,
No, it was hilarious that Trump was like, I don't know who that guy was.
Even him, he's disavowing.
Trump did an interview.
That's funny.
He's like, I don't know who that comedian was. He stinks. I hate him.
I've told Ian
That was
this.
an awesome Trump reaction too, to him just being like, I don't know him. I don't know him.
I don't know.
No idea.
No idea. Yeah. I've told Ian this before in the car. Anyway, is if it was a certain comedian, I would be like vehemently. I would be like, oh, I have to defend this guy. The only thing is, I haven't listened to that joke. It sounds like it was a funny joke. I think Tony Hinchcliffe is a fucking garbage comedian. I can't stand
he
him.
stinks.
He's terrible.
Yo,
He's a terrible comedian. When I
You
heard it
watch
was
that
him,
one shot.
oh
His first
yeah,
special?
I couldn't finish
It
it.
sucked. And
I
then
couldn't
also
finish
that
it.
he was like a Twinkie gay guy. and
Yeah,
now
I can't
he's
stand
like,
that.
He's like, I'm Mr. Texas.
yeah,
All right, dude.
yeah, he's terrible.
But it's like what you said, like with the Jerry Seinfeld. You're
Yeah.
not a big fan of his.
No, but I
comedy.
defend his
Right.
position.
I don't think he's not my favorite comedian by
Yeah,
far,
yeah.
but he's made me laugh. There's a couple of little fucking things he's
Yeah,
thrown
no.
out that it's funny.
Agreed.
I can see like why. I'm not gonna say Tony Hinchcliffe is unfunny, but is he like a great comedian? I don't think so.
I will say it.
I think it's okay.
Tony Hinchcliffe is 80% of the time unfunny.
Yeah.
Well, that's where like the divide comes because like some
Yeah.
people are like, "Yo, I'm sticking up for him for free speech," but I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
free speech is cool and all, but he's not a good comedian.
His speech is free,
Hey,
and it should be.
yo,
He's
people
terrible.
also say that people that are ripping on him are not working comedians, and
Yeah.
I'm not a very working comedian.
Yeah, no. Look, he's way more successful. If
We're all unemployed comedians.
Yeah, we're all
on this
unemployed.
podcast.
I'm doubly unemployed because no one's
don't have a
booking
job.
me, and I have no job. Look, so I'm sure if by chance Tony Hinchcliffe heard this and even saw my material online, he would trash me. He would think I what do you call it? I defend his right to look. He was hired to tell some jokes. He told some jokes. From what I hear, the Puerto Rican joke from you guys is funny.
Lee, can you tell them to grab me one on my bill?
Yeah. I support his right to tell the jokes, and maybe he's a nice guy and everything like that. But there's so many. I remember Baxter got mad at me with this, but I was very ahead of the times in saying that the L.A. turning into Austin Rogan-y comedians, most of them are not that funny.
No.
They're cool guys. They seem like cool
It was
guys.
that great. And also, Kill Tony and shit. That was just I have so many friends outside of comedy
Yeah.
who they're like, "Hey, do you watch Kill Tony?" And I'm like,
Oh.
"Why would I ever do that?" They're like, "But you can watch these young comedians figure things out." I'm like, "Yo, I hosted an open mic for 8 years.
It's all this
I do not want to watch
bad comedy.
open mic comics
Yeah.
on my off time."
And this is what I've decided about. I don't also like even the good ones, even the ones they tell me are good. I don't really like them either. So I just besides since
Except for Jared Nathan.
Jared Nathan, that's what I was gonna say. Jared Nathan, funny guy, good guy. I saw him the other night. I think he shit on me, but I'm too dumb to realize it.
He's not a good guy. He's a bad guy.
He's always nice to me, and I do think he's funny. But
He's a
I was
nasty little motherfucker, that Jared Nathan.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure I heard it right, but I'm pretty sure I went to the corner Tuesday night. I did what you told me to do, which is, hey, if you're bored on Tuesday night, just
Show up.
go do the bucket at Yuck Yucks. If you don't get on, just go to the corner and get some drinks, right? And it's a good show your face type of thing. Sure. I do that. I don't get on at the thing. I go to the corner. I have a drink. I go outside to get some air. And Jared, I noticed a couple of times I went to go say tap him or
Jared
something.
bullied you?
he ghosted me for a bit. And then we're outside and I'm just getting some air and Jared is walking back in and he goes, "Hey, Sanker." So I'm like, "Oh, it was nothing." Right? And then he goes, "What's up?" And I go, "Nothing. I'm just."
Did he go, "What's up?" Or did he go, "Whoa"?
No, he goes, "What's up?" He goes, "What's up?" And I go, "No, nothing. I'm just having a drink I'm just having a drink." And then he goes, and I'm not sure because of his stuttering, but I'm pretty sure he goes, "Yeah, why don't you go have a drink down the street?" And then I go, "What?" And then he taps me on the stomach and walks in. It was funny. If that's what he said, that's funny. Inarguably. But the rest of them, yeah, I don't.
And did you go have a drink down the street?
No, I went and I finished my apple cider.
Yeah, suck it, Jared.
Take that. But yeah, no, even you know what made me turn on Tony Hinchcliffe, and I'm not alone because my algorithm has been sending me anti Tony Hinchcliffe videos, but those guys who do they'll do a 20-minute video on why this comedian sucks, but they're not liberal. They're very right-wing guys, but they're
Bitch report?
yeah,
bitch.
that or that that red band guy or whatever,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And yeah,
We can only hope. Literally, it's the sad part is that. Do you know how great it would be for the podcast if Red Bar got a hold of this podcast and decided?
yeah, he's gonna shit on it. There used to be. I think it's still around. There's this podcast called "What Are These Podcasts" or whatever, and it seems like they're basically copying Jocktober from Opie and Anthony, where they're just shitting on shitty podcasts. I would fucking love it if they talked about this podcast and shit on it.
What do you think they would say? What would be their main critique about it?
They would say it's 3 fucking fat fucks.
Wait, us or
us.
or Baxter?
No, it'd be you three and Baxter without me. Because I'm obviously a jacked cool guy.
We want to. I want to say
Is Baxter dead? Where is he?
he's in the hospital.
Oh,
No.
what?
Yeah.
Who could see this story arc?
I also love that we talked about so many other things, and then a guy who used to be every week on this podcast is about to die, and Lee's like, "Oh, sorry, last 40 minutes.
Why is he in
last
the
10
why
minutes."
is he in the
Yeah,
hospital?
good question.
I asked.
Well,
Well, this is what he said. He's like, I'm in the hospital. I'm like, you okay? Not really, bro. I legit lost my mind. Hopefully, they can help.
So 2 to 3 beers a night didn't work out so hot.
yeah,
It all
it all went downhill for 2 to 3 beers a night.
wasn't sustainable.
And you know what's so funny about that is just before this podcast, that conversation, that podcast where Baxter said, I think I'm just going to be a 2 to 3 beers a night guy. The guy who said, I'll help you learn how to do that, right before this podcast, Lee goes, oh, I hear he's just running around town.
Oh, yeah. Matt, the former owner,
Former of the owner, yeah.
right now is just jogging around Toronto, picking fights with people.
And that's the guy who goes, hey, don't worry,
He
Daniel,
shared a
son."
story with me quickly. He goes like, some guy cut him off in a truck.
Sure.
And he's like jogging next to the car as it's going down Bloor, and they're yelling at each other. And he's like, "You almost fucking hit me." He's like, "Oh, I didn't see you. I was trying to be safe." Like, I don't give a fuck if you're trying to be safe. And apparently, Matt goes into the guy's van, grabs his coffee, and then runs away with it. So that's what he's doing.
This guy used to be a business owner.
He could still be. He's got money.
Probably still does own some sort of business.
Yeah.
Now he also owns a coffee.
So that's what's going on with Matt.
With Matt.
the
Both
owner,
Matts.
with the former owner. Yeah.
Former owner, yeah. Well, I wish them the best. I hope next week, if we have some sort of an update, it's in a positive direction where they're
Sure.
not stealing people's coffees. What about, do you know what's going on? Maybe we'll just skip by it because we don't know. What's going on with Killbox? Do you know about that?
I saw Luis J. Gomez.
He's supposed to do a show.
there.
Which I tried to message him because I opened for him at Puff Mama's.
Yeah.
Like
Back in the day.
2019.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure he'll remember
it was
you.
One of the, he does not respond to any of my messages. Open.
Don't even look at them.
I got laid that night at his show. It was sweet. And it was also Francis Ngannou beat Cain Velasquez.
That
So,
night?
yeah,
I
that
used to
night.
like Cain Velasquez.
I got laid that night, and then nothing ever happened to my comedy career ever again.
So you reach out to him, no response. So Luis G. Gomez is supposed to do the Killbox.
Apparently, yeah.
He's still doing it now, but now he's also doing Waterloo the night before.
Well, you got to
So-
double up.
So maybe the guarantee at the kill box.
I sent one message to Luis J. Gomez,
Uh-huh.
and it was because Luis told me, "Oh, you could send a sob story to Luis J. Gomez, and if he picks it, he'll bring you to Vegas, Las Vegas Skankfest."
Oh, okay.
So I wrote
I got a shitty podcast with a fat guy and another guy who's might be dead.
with a fat guy who's me.
I made out with this girl that I've just been in love with since I was 14, and
This is my sob story to Luis
Yeah,
J.
yeah.
Gomez. I wrote, Jared Nathan took my girlfriend from me and gave her a terrible cocaine habit. I've been doing comedy a while, but couldn't break in because I refused to suck Shanti Maristaka's fancy new dick. She's dead now. So I don't have to watch my back anymore. Please help with some tickets. And when you're in Toronto, I'd love to have you on our podcast, Goblin and Ogre. That was my message. It is unseen since September 20th.
I'll say this: that message is sadder than what you wrote inside of it. Like what you thought was sad. It's sadder that you wrote that message.
Realistically, I
You
think
should have signed it to the Puerto Rican rattlesnake from the Peruvian garden snake.
That sounds so gay. The Peruvian rattlesnake.
I said
that
garden
sounds
snake.
gay. Your message sounded gay.
It was so gay.
It had to be pathetic.
Like my message is to him.
that?
Yeah, what was your
Yeah,
message?
well, yeah. Yeah, pull out your message to.
Well, mine
Maybe I should message
are
him.
mostly, hey, I opened for you before and I got laid. It was sick.
That's
Can I
a
do it
good
again?
idea, dude. Message him right now. And see
would
if he
you
answers
on
before the end of
IG?
the pod.
He will not answer whatsoever.
You message him on IG?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Louis. Oh yeah, Luis J.
Spell regular Lewis.
Oh, Gomez comedy. All right.
Oh, my last message to him was, fiction these nuts in your mouth.
What?
It was probably off one of his stories. Just my last message to him was, fiction these nuts in your mouth.
What are you gonna write, Sager?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, here.
Dear Louis Jago.
I opened for you in Toronto. The spot was great. And the crowd was amazing. But I want to know if you can help spread the world about how JFL is fucking over Canadian comics.
Are you
How selfless of
Are
me.
you drunk now, or were you drunk when you wrote that? Because
He's
either
reading it
way,
in drunk voice.
both?
the answer is yes. I don't know what you.
Well, I got drunk because I waited so long for you two faggots to show up.
I'm trying to. What? Oh, that's
I'm
not
down
true.
here with fake
you only got
Prescott
here
for a little bit.
Oh no, he's right. It is my fault.
No, I only got
I
here.
showed up late because I always
always
show
a
up at
little late.
6 and then I have to hang out for an hour. And then so I showed up late and I still had to hang out for an hour.
Yeah, I saw like I'm gonna be there closer to 6:30ish. Like, haha.
I left home when I sent that message because I was like, fuck these two.
Not wrong.
And then I got here and I was like, are they downstairs recording? And the waitress was like,
All these
no. And I was like, are they not showing up? Shit.
No, we didn't start that bad today. What,
No, it wasn't that
6:45 or something?
Well,
like
you
that?
started bad in like essence of like topics and stuff.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Timing, you're fine.
Yeah. So okay, well, shout out to Killbox because I've been hearing varying things about.
It's now something else.
Yeah. I heard a different name, but maybe that's just a confusion.
What?
No, Dana books it now.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Daniel.
No, Dana.
Oh, Dana. Dana took over Killbox?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hearing things.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing Dana.
Let's hear it. Let's hear what you're hearing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to be coy. That's
Don't be coy, you fat faggot.
The
Let us
owner-
know.
That's
the
the full
owner
story.
is now
I heard
doing it
Dana
as
took
their own
over.
thing.
I'm not.
All right, fair enough.
Look, we like everybody in all parties involved, so that's why I'm trying to be cute. But that's what I heard. Yeah.
The most
adorably
helpful,
neutral.
Yeah.
The most helpful to my career is Rob Mayhew, and I stand behind him.
Yes.
I stand behind Rob Mayhew, too.
Yeah.
Even though his ex-girlfriend put out that embarrassing video of him.
What?
I don't want to say
I thought
more.
it was fake.
No.
It's fake. Send it to
It's
me
fake?
later. No, I'm just saying that for the camera.
I assumed it was fake.
Ian knows which one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I saw. I assumed it was fake. It was a haha.
No, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna Lee. I'm gonna mute your mic right now,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna say it. It's still on my. It's still on my mic. I'm joking. I'm joking. Tell me after.
All right, fine.
Unless, well, no,
I'll
no.
show it to you.
It's your decision. I want to see it. For
It's funny. Dude, I like Rob and all. I don't really care for
Doesn't
Gigi.
matter.
Doesn't mean I hate her, but I don't know her.
Yeah.
But I like Rob, but that shit she put out made me laugh so fucking hard. I had to like it. I clicked like.
I assumed that was fake. It was a gaff.
No.
That was real.
It's real, dude.
Rob might do this podcast now. That sucks.
Yeah. Bring it back on and talk about it.
to talk about that.
I'll see, as a producer, I'll see if I'll book him for next week.
It's a hard thing to defend, man. Like, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh God! All right, we have. Oh fuck! It's 57 minutes.
All right,
guys,
we're good.
thank you so much for listening to the
No,
podcast.
wait, we have to do 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. You guys can't do that.
I want to know so bad.
3 more minutes. Talk about something else.
All right, let's talk
my
about something for
God.
3 solid minutes.
Lee,
yes.
how What'd your cousin's tits feel like?
So good. Amazing. Now, how would they taste? Even better.
Her nipples were like the tip of Chichen Itza.
I really don't think that like fucking your cousin that's not a straight up like your mom's brother's daughter, whatever. Like a close one, I don't think it's that bad. If it's a distant cousin and that happens, it's like It's almost like waking up to realizing if
your distant cousin needed citizenship
to marry her.
Would you?
What does she look like?
No, would you have sex with her?
Give her a baby. What?
Would you have sex?
Could you?
Would you have sex with one of your distant cousins for citizenship?
I'll say yes. But I was gonna say
Because you're a family man.
That's right. I believe in family. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like, oh, shit. What was that example I was gonna give? It's fuck it. It just slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Are we done 3 minutes?
It's like no. I have a question.
Yes.
So okay, forget about you. We won't put you in the situation. Let's suppose.
Would I have sex with one of Lee's cousins? Yes.
Yes. Yes, I think the answer is just yes. I know he's
right,
got at least one.
Thank you for
hottie.
listening.
No, let's suppose you have a hot female cousin, right? And let's suppose
And she's not your niece.
She's not. Yeah, well, I said cousin. I said
His niece is hot. All right.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
She's old enough and she's cool.
But and then
She
you
might
have
be on this podcast soon.
Yeah. She's definitely doing this podcast.
She apparently said something super racist,
and she cried.
Which devastated her career.
Yeah.
But there's no news to corroborate it. It's just a Facebook post that tells me that his niece said something very crazy.
All right.
You already did send it to me. All right, we're gonna use that on the podcast.
So you have a hot female cousin. You just know she's hot, but you're like, nah, that's not my. I'm not a gross guy. But then
She's terrible at open mics.
she's
Does that make you hotter?
one of your male cousins turns to you while you guys are out drinking one night, and he goes,
Splitsies?
Eiffel Tower.
You want to take the front? I'll take the back.
Let's give her the quinceanera she never got.
Quinceañera. It's 15 cousins.
That's what you call a train in the Fernandez family.
Quinceañera.
No, he turns to you and he goes, I got to tell you something. Me and blah, 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 our hot female cousin, we fucked. Would you judge him?
Yeah.
I still don't believe him. He's
Yeah,
such a
Lee
liar.
would judge him.
I would judge him. No, listen. I would
He
judge him
and be like, he's
I
so
would
greedy.
judge him. I would judge him the way he said it like that.
If he said it.
Hey, our cousin, I fucked. I'm like, dude.
Okay, what if he's like.
But what if he did an Andrew Dice Clay impression while
And
I
I
did it?
fucked her.
Would that make it better?
Then I would go. Then I would say, oh.
Little Miss Moffat sat on a tuffet, and she was my cousin. I fucked her, bro.
Oh! Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her chorizo and way.
Along came a cousin who fucked her in her oven.
Fucked her a dozen.
Along came her cousin who put one in her oven.
Along came a cousin who fucked her at age dozen. And he went, oh, she's old
He
enough.
had a prima, and he loved to ream her. Oh.
All right, I got to see that video. Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening, whatever.
Goblin and Ogre signed out.
Bye-bye.